What's up guys, Mike here, and I'd like to start off this video by just saying thank you. 2,000 of you have decided that somehow my content is worth watching, and you guys are here to stick it out with me on my journey to becoming a better YouTuber, and being a better person, and being an overall amazing person to this Nintendo / gaming community. And for that, I really do want to thank you guys a lot, because the 2,000 of you that said that my content was worth it really does mean a lot. It really is something special when I get new subscribers on the channel, and it means a lot when I see you guys in my streams and my chat room, and just in the comment section just tell me how positive I'm making your day, or how nice I am as a YouTuber. Like, that seriously is beyond words about how grateful I am to have you guys here on the channel and to have you be a part of our community. You guys make this channel what it is, and to celebrate this, I asked you guys on Twitter using hashtag MMG, Ask MMG Mike, because apparently Ask MMG, there's another YouTube channel apparently called MMG. So yeah, that was kind of difficult to do. And I also asked you guys on Discord to send your questions in for the Q&A special. I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight into my life, and maybe I could give you guys a little bit of advice and give you guys some tips on YouTube and answer a few questions you guys had about my life in general. So yeah, without further ado, I got like 10 questions here, and I'm going to go deep into all of these. Again, huge thank you to everybody that did send in these questions, by the way, before we get started. The people that sent in these questions, these were really amazing questions, and if you guys actually do want to ask me even more questions, definitely leave your comments down below in the comments section about topics you may want me to talk about, or any questions you want me to answer about my life or my YouTube channel down in the description. Maybe I'll make it into a series. Again, we'll see how well this does, and if anything, I still want to thank you guys for getting me to 2,000, because that's a really big deal to me. Again, you guys are fantastic, but let's get to the first question. This first question comes from Kitty Darris. He asks, how were you introduced to video games? What conventions have you gone to in the past? And what conventions do you want to go to in the future? Well, Kitty Darris, to answer your first question, how I was introduced to video games, I was 6 years old, and my parents had bought me a Nintendo 64 for Christmas. The very first game I ever played on my Nintendo 64 was, believe it or not, Mario Kart 64. And from then on, I grew a huge passion for video games. I would legitimately get up on the weekends, and I would legitimately just start playing Mario Kart, my N64, from days beginning to day's end. And even when I was done with school, back when I was a kid, I would run home, finish my homework, and I would be plopped right in front of my Nintendo 64, glued to the TV screen. Again, the Nintendo 64 kind of has a special place in my childhood, and it has a special place in my heart, because it's what got me into wanting to do YouTube, and it's also why I'm making content. It all started with my parents buying me that Nintendo 64. What conventions have I gone to in the past? I've only been to a few conventions. The biggest one probably being PAX East. I went there a couple of years ago. I already kind of forgot what year, but I know that year PAX East was a lot of fun for me. I know I did a vlog on it before the channel was taken down by Music Nations a while back. Again, I had won a Mario Kart 8 tournament against like 128 people. I met Family Jewel 7X. I met a lot of amazing YouTubers like Some Call Me Johnny, PK Sparks. A lot of just all-around amazing people. I also met Abdallah Nation. Really just fantastic people all around. I've been to Brooklyn Geek Fest, which is a small convention in Brooklyn. I went there my first time this year. And I just got back from the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo, which you guys should expect some vlogs on those 2 days of that soon. What conventions I do want to go to in the future? The biggest one for me probably being E3. E3 has been a huge goal of mine for the longest time. I have definitely wanted to check out E3 because I know that a lot of amazing people go to E3. It'd be nice to maybe get a chance to thank Reggie and Miyamoto and all the amazing people at Nintendo that give us our games and our consoles from Nintendo, and maybe just get my hands on some new games before they come out. That's mainly the biggest one I want to go to. Other than that, I wouldn't mind going to all the other PAX conventions as well. And there's another one that I wasn't able to go to this year that I really did want to go to, and that would be Too Many Games. Too Many Games, I heard this year was really fantastic because Crush 40 was playing there. And a bunch of other amazing people that I wanted to meet were at this convention, like Cat Icarus, some call me Johnny again, PK Sparks, just all around amazing people. And I guess if you want to consider this a convention, I also went to Sonic Boom in 2014. I actually have a custom handmade drawing from Tracy Yardley of Knuckles. Tracy Yardley was actually one of the artists of the Sonic the Hedgehog Archie comics, as well as an autograph from Jun Shinoe, the guitarist of Crush 40. That was a really great convention too. Even though it was one night, it was just fantastic overall. Alright, Yoda Namunga on Discord asks, what is the origin of your name? Now, it's kind of funny how Mike's Monster Gaming became a thing, because honestly, I didn't really come... This just kind of came at the top of my head. It all actually started with my logo, believe it or not, and that's a funny story as well. Back in junior high school, I had this really awesome friend of mine who moved upstate to New York now. I don't really keep in touch with him too much as I would like to, because he was a really great person. Chase, by the way, if you end up watching this video somehow, shout outs to you. Back in junior high school, Chase ended up drawing a bunch of different creatures in his notebook, and one of the creatures looked extremely similar to my Mike's Monster Gaming logo, and I kind of fell in love with the design then. And after that, I started picking up the design, and I started to learn how to draw myself. And I'm not a good artist. Back when I first started this channel 3.5 years ago, I did a terrible job with the freaking logo for this thing. I tried to be Family Jewel 7X with the freaking font, and it was just a gray background. And my version of Mike's Monster Gaming's logo looked like a freaking kindergartner's drawing. In fact, here's a picture. Yeah, that's what it looked like. Yeah, I know, I'm cringing too just looking at it, but after that, I decided, since I feel like I'm pretty beastly at video games, and I wanted to show off my pretty okay skills at video games with you guys, I figured why not Mike's Monster Gaming? It rolls off the tongue, it's catchy, and I had a logo that fit, so that is how I came up with Mike's Monster Gaming. One other fun fact, if you guys didn't see my Mario Kart 64 playthrough, go check out part 4 of the Special Cup. There's actually a special significance behind why I have all the different colors of the rainbow as well. And I talk about that in part 4, so definitely go check out that playthrough as well if you guys haven't already. Mr. Trays also asks on Discord, have you ever gone through a rough time in your life that video games got you through? I cannot begin to tell you how video games have positively impacted my life and how it's gotten me through some rough times. When my dog passed away, sadly, not too long ago, video games definitely kept me from getting super depressed about, and it kind of kept me going on my YouTube channel. Even though I made a small memorial video to him before it got taken down by Music Nations along my old channel. Honestly, even these days, I'm not even gonna lie to you. We all have our obstacles that we kind of deal with. We all have our crosses to bear, whether it's financial issues, whether it's things that may be going on at home, whether it's just certain events in your life that make you feel like you don't have anything in this world, that make you feel like you're helpless and that you don't have anything to rely on. Video games really kept my head from going in the gutter, and honestly, video games have kept me in such a positive place. And honestly, video games are such powerful things. People don't really seem to realize that video games are not just something that we sit back and just play them mindlessly and to freaking get our minds stupidly engrossed in video games and their stories. Video games do so much more than people realize. Video games take us to another world. Video games teach us hand-eye coordination. Video games can teach us math now. I mean, look at the Brain Age games. Video games keep us from being depressed because video games help us feel better. Again, it's hard to feel depressed when you're freaking listening to Rainbow Road and you're playing Mario Kart and you're just happy-go-lucky just tossing shells at each other, and you feel good just hitting someone with that blue shell in first place as you pass by. Again, nothing really beats that feeling, and honestly, video games have helped me out in so many different ways. It's not even funny. And honestly, me being a YouTuber here And being able to connect with you guys in the community is just another way that video games have just been such a positive impact in my life. Not just Nintendo games, but all video games in general. MC Tales on Discord asks, what was the first game you ever played? That would be Mario Kart 64. It may or may not have also been Super Mario Kart, because I remember my brother having a Super Nintendo. I remember playing a few Super Nintendo games on it. I'm pretty sure my first game was probably Super Mario Kart. But the first video game that I owned that was actually mine was Mario Kart 64. Again, Mario Kart has been a huge impact in my life, and I pretty much like partially dedicated this channel to like covering all things Mario Kart. I'd like to think that I'm a pretty credible source for Mario Kart here on the channel, and Mario Kart has just made such a positive impact in my life, and Mario Kart is just such an amazing series in general. Again, Mario Kart is just a fantastic game, and I'm glad that my parents made that the first game for me to ever play when I was a child. That's something I will never forget. Titan375 asks, did anyone inspire you to make your YouTube channel? There's plenty of inspirational people that have helped me create my channel that I really still look up to today, and a famous YouTuber that I really look up to once said on a t-shirt, greatness is waiting for me to achieve it. Again, very powerful words, and it's something I've kept in mind throughout my entire journey here on YouTube. And not only that, though, but the man I'm about to mention, I actually met him at PAX East. In fact, I'll show a picture when I actually mention the name, but he was just such a really kind, caring person, and he genuinely cares about his YouTube subscribers. He is probably one of the most fun people for me to watch on YouTube, and honestly, I see him doing what he does on YouTube, and honestly, I hope I could be half as good or even a quarter of the way as good as this man is. And that man would have to definitely be PK Sparks. Again, PK Sparks, I first saw him a while ago, and I first thought he was loud and obnoxious as hell. Like, this dude with his, yeah! He was stupidly loud, but again, I fell in love with his content because he has a really good energy to him. He's very fun with his Let's Plays. He's fun and entertaining to watch. And not only that, though, but more important than that, the dude has a heart of gold. He met me at PAX East, and I told him my situation, what had happened with Music Nations, and he told me to not give up. He legit encouraged me to keep following my dreams and to keep getting back at it, and he promised me that as long as I'm having fun doing what I'm doing, to definitely just keep at it, and I will get back to where I am. And now look at where I am. I was at 500 subscribers, or even less than that, before freaking Music Nation took my channel. Now look at us. 1,500 subscribers later, and 3.5 years later, I have such an amazing community to be grateful for that. Again, another great inspiration to the channel was also Some Call Me Johnny, another person I met at PAX East. Again, Some Call Me Johnny is like one of the most chill people to ever talk to. If you ever get a chance to meet him, he's really kind to talk to. Again, I just love the way he does his review videos, and he just has a really good sense of story and a good sense of flow when it comes to his videos. Again, really great all-around YouTuber. But yeah, this was before I met Alex, aka C&D. But C&D is still an inspiration to me to this day, though, because again, C&D is definitely one in a million, and he's definitely one of the kindest YouTubers I've ever had the pleasure to hang out with. Again, he cares so much about the community, and he cares about his friends. Again, it's just really noble to see something like that, and I'm glad he is where he is. And without him, I definitely wouldn't be as far as I am. So again, those people are really amazing YouTubers, and I'm just grateful to know them, and I'm grateful that I watch their content, and I'm thankful that they're so good to their subscribers. Again, that's something that I aspire to be someday. 112 asks on Discord, funny question, kid or squid? I am most certainly a squid. Do you see my gelatinous arms? Anyway, actual question. What tips do you have for dealing with those whom are rude to you? That is a very dark question for me, because I dealt with a lot of freaking bullying, and I dealt with a lot of hate back in junior high school. In fact, I'm sure you guys already know about my four-fingered hand. I'm not even afraid to talk about this hand anymore, because this hand is honestly more of a blessing than a curse. Again, back in junior high school and even high school, this kind of followed me all the way through. People used to call me Four-Fingered Freddy. People used to tell me to go find my missing thumb up my father's ass. E.T. go home. Again, these people were just absolutely just cruel and disgusting. And these same people definitely teased a lot of other people. And yeah, there's people that are definitely rude in this world. And there's definitely people that don't know how to respect each other. But in terms of dealing with those that are rude to you, it doesn't hurt to stand up for yourself. If someone is treating you like garbage and you don't like the way that they're treating you, you are allowed to tell them to stop. You are allowed to say, hey, listen, I don't appreciate being called that name. Could you cut it out? I don't really appreciate it. Again, people will just keep being assholes and they'll pick at people because of certain issues that they may have. People will pick at each other because of self-esteem issues, maybe issues at home. There are plenty of reasons why people will definitely be rude to other people, but the most important thing is to try to keep a level head about it. Again, if you see someone teasing someone else, I can't encourage you guys enough to stand up for other people that are getting bullied, because bullying is a really shitty thing in this world, and honestly, bullying is a very serious issue. Not only that though, bullying has led people to suicide, it's caused depression. I know for a fact in middle school and high school, there was some days where I just came home and I went right to sleep and I was just crying in my bed because I couldn't handle the amount of verbal and mental abuse that I was taking. And, you know, I couldn't stand it, so I ended up telling the teachers. And even though people may call you a teacher's pet, people may call you a tattletale, it's okay to tell an adult that you're being bullied. It's okay to let other people know, close friends, relatives, family members. It's okay to talk to them about these issues. And it's okay to freaking call people out on their bullshit. Because being silent only makes the problems worse. And honestly, being silent just allows for this shit to keep carrying on. So, my advice to dealing with those that are rude to you is to definitely stand up for yourself. And stand up for others and be good to everybody. Again, treat others the way you would want to be respected. That's a philosophy that I've always carried around with me my entire life. And honestly, it's something that I still hold true to this day. Even if it's somebody I really can't stand, and I know people that I see around that freaking that I know are absolutely rude to other people, and they have very disgusting behavior. Again, I'm not going to point out any names, obviously. But, again, you just try to be good to everybody, and you try to respect each other, even though they might not show the same respect towards you or other people. But that's just my advice. Again, though, bullying is just a really shitty thing, though. We shouldn't allow this to happen. We already live in a fucked up world as it is with the whole... Yeah, I'm not even going to get into any of that political stuff. That's not my place. I don't like getting political here on the channel, but you guys probably already know where I was going to get at. But, yeah, just respect each other and respect each other's differences. That's all I ask you on the channel. And again, the fact that you guys come together here as a community is a true testament to that being held to the channel. And that's another thing I need to thank you guys for. From the bottom of my heart. That's more important than anything else on this channel. Settle on Discord asks, if you could visit any location from any video game, where would you go? Now, see, there's a few places I wouldn't mind going to. I wouldn't mind visiting the Mushroom Kingdom, because apparently I would love to visit Rainbow Road. I know that's like a cheesy answer, but I'd like to think that there's a place where Rainbow Road somehow exists, or just somewhere beautiful that has a lot of colors. The Mushroom Kingdom also, I wouldn't mind going to the Mushroom Kingdom. I mean, who else wouldn't want to ride Yoshi's and be able to freaking run around with star power? That sounds like a pretty dope life. But I wouldn't mind being in Sonic's universe either, because Sonic the Hedgehog, I would love to be able to have the power to glide and climb like Knuckles the Kid and have some super speed like Sonic. That would be pretty dope. And having the ability to teleport with Chaos Control, absolutely. Honestly, those are really the only two places I could really think of. But, yeah, also, I know this isn't really a video game, this is more anime, but, being a part of the world of Dragon Ball Z would be pretty badass, too, to be able to become Super Saiyan and just go on crazy adventures. Antonio asks, any nostalgic YouTubers or old YouTubers you remember? Not necessarily. I really don't know any old nostalgic YouTubers or old YouTubers that I remember. The only two that really come to mind are the Angry Video Game Nerd and the Nostalgia Critic. Those two are very interesting channels. And yeah, they are both really good with what they do on their channels. They were both really awesome YouTubers. And the Lewis Dragon asks, any advice you could share to improve a newcomer's channel? That's a very good question because I'm still learning a lot myself. There's a lot of things that I'm still figuring out, like how to get my video discovered more by the internet, how to make it so my videos end up on the top of the search bar. There's only a few things that I know that could help improve a newcomer's channel that I could possibly tell you. Tip number 1 would definitely be improve your quality, especially microphone quality. If you have a good microphone, you are pretty much set for most of what you probably want to do on YouTube. Again, if you have a good microphone and you don't have a good webcam or a good capture card, again, people could still hear you talk. Again, most of you that are probably watching this video right now probably have me open in a separate tab while you guys are browsing the internet. This just kind of proves my point. As long as you have good sound quality, you will pretty much be good to go. Sound quality is absolute factor in your YouTube channel. The few recommendations would definitely be the Blue Snowball and this microphone here, which is the Blue Yeti. Having good equipment is definitely a must. In terms of webcam that I'm using the C920 webcam, but I definitely want to upgrade because, one second. This is my latest camcorder. This is the Sony FDR AX33 4K recording camcorder. My goal with my webcam quality is I want to use this as my webcam. So eventually, whenever I get the funding for it, whether it's donations from you guys or whenever I am back on my feet financially, I want to get myself an Elgato Cam Link, and I want to be able to use this as my webcam. That way I could improve the quality of my streams, because this is a fantastic camcorder. If you're willing to shell out the money, this camcorder will set you for life. Yeah, again, good microphone is important, good camera is important, good webcam is important. I can't recommend Elgato's capture cards enough for video game console recording, because Elgato, the HD60 Pro, which is what you see me using in my streams these days, is a fantastic capture card. I can't recommend the Elgato brand enough. And again, good lighting is also important, which is something else I need to improve on. But even equipment quality and everything else aside, the most important advice I could probably share to improve a newcomer's channel is consistency. Give your viewers a set schedule. If you give your viewers a set schedule and say, hey, listen, I'm going to upload on this day, and this day at this time, people will know when to tune into your channel. This is why I always try to stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time whenever I decide to stream. And if you guys are new to the channel, now you know that as well. Whether it's YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer, I stream at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all those platforms. Again, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is just the time that works for me. It makes it easier for myself. And it also lets people know that, hey, Mike's probably going to start streaming around this time. I should probably see if he's live yet. And again, consistency helps people it helps keep the retention going, and it helps keep people coming back to their channel as long as you're putting out good content. The most important thing, though, in terms of advice to share to improve a newcomer's channel, do what you love to do. Don't worry about what's trending. Don't worry about what's hip and what's out there. If it's something that could tie into your interest, go for it. Try new things. Try new video ideas. Be experimental. Be creative. Be the best you that you can be. Honestly, I know that sounds cheesy, but it works. Again, I love Nintendo content. Hell, I waited an entire month with C&D to wait for the Switch. That's how much I love Nintendo. But I have other interests other than Nintendo. I love 90s video games. I was born in the 90s. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Mania just came out. I've been enjoying the hell out of that game and sharing my experiences with you guys. Same thing with the Crash Insane trilogy with Blockhead Gaming. Again, those guys are also amazing, though. Go check out Blockhead Gaming as well. But, yeah, if there's something that you're interested in that's out, and even though it might not be mainstream, show it off. Maybe you'll get other people interested. Maybe people will come to your stream and say, hey, what is this game? I seem kind of interested. Could you tell me more? You might be able to actually sell someone on one of your interests, and you don't even know. So again, be creative and be yourself about it. just do what you think is best and do what you love to do on your channel. Again, it's YouTube for a reason. It is about you. Regardless of all the crap that's going on with the adpocalypse and everything, I still personally believe that my YouTube channel is mine to control and mine alone. And whatever content comes your way, it's something I'm going to want to do, along with your help, of course, and feedback. Feedback is also definitely important. Feedback is definitely the most important thing here on the channel. I see people asking me if I'm going to stream Sonic Forces. Absolutely. If there's something you guys want me to stream or record or show off or talk about in the video, you guys let me know in the comment section. I read every single comment. I reply like 95% of the comments. I try to do my best to be that kind of person and that kind of YouTuber. I want to connect with you guys as best as possible. Because, again, you guys make this channel what it is. And without you guys, this channel would be nothing. But honestly, that's the best advice I could probably give about improving a newcomer's channel. And my buddy Desert Fury, who's also a GameWiz subscriber, asks the final question of this video. How would you describe the experience overall for you making videos and streaming and etc. from when you first started all the way up until now? It's been an incredible journey. I'm not even going to lie about that. It's been a hard journey. It hasn't been easy. I've been at this for 3.5 years and I'm only here at 2,000 subscribers. At least that's what most people would say. But I don't see it that way. 3.5 years later, I finally made it to 2,000 subscribers. 2,000 of you said that my content and my personality was worth it. And that seriously hits me right here. Right here in the arteries. Because you guys being here and just being a part of this community is absolutely phenomenal to me. And again, I've enjoyed every single minute of this journey. Back when I was using a headset and I didn't even know my commentary. Hell, before I started my intros going, "What's up, guys? Mike here." I used to be like, "What's up, YouTube? This is Mike here, and I'm going to be playing some more Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo." I was nervous. I had to get into my groove and everything in terms of YouTube. And hell, even when I still go live, I still get nervous every now and again. Because I feel like I'm going to end up messing up or stuttering or messing up in other regards. But, again, I started off with a really small computer and a headset. And without no capture card or anything. I couldn't even record consoles 3.5 years ago. I've come a long way in the last 3.5 years. I went from a kindergartner's drawing of a logo to something phenomenal thanks to the talents of Perdemonium. Again, I went from being a small nobody Brooklyn boy in New York that just sits up in his room playing video games to a Brooklyn boy that has made so many friends, so many memories, so many good people that I've come across. Including all of you, of course. And again, just having something phenomenal that gives my life purpose. And something that just gives me good feeling that I know that I'm making some people happy with what I do here on YouTube. Honestly, the feeling is overwhelming sometimes. And all the comments I get on Twitter and everything telling me of how nice of a YouTuber I am, honestly, I try not. I choke up when I start talking about this stuff because I really can't thank you guys enough for everything. Just all the love and support. You guys are just beyond words, and you guys just honestly make my. You guys really make my life something phenomenal because you guys are here on the channel and you guys just really make everything just fantastic. No words can honestly even put. I can't even honestly speak right now because honestly thinking about it, I am grateful for so much that has happened here on the channel. Honestly, I didn't really have any friends I could talk about video games with before I did YouTube. Now I have an entire community and I kind of got something back that I didn't have for a long time. Again, I do have plenty of other personal friends that aren't into video games, but that was most of what I had before everything happened with the C&D Switch line. Again, ever since March of this year, and I waited that faithful month with C&D and the rest of the entire Switch crew, again, things have just been absolutely phenomenal, and I can't be more grateful to everyone that I've come across, whether it's C&D, Rachel, Gabe, Vincent, Kentendo, Blockhead Gaming especially. Blockhead Gaming, those guys are phenomenal. I know I put them on a pedestal quite a bit, but they are just the nicest people, and they put such professional quality content out there. They honestly deserve way more subscribers than they already have, though. Those guys are phenomenal. C&D especially, because C&D really just opened my eyes to everything, and honestly, watching this crazy dude freaking wait for an entire month for a Switch, of being a part of the journey, and just standing outside, hanging out, talking to so many different people, was just something else. And just going from 400 subscribers back in March to over 2,000 now. Do you realize how much of a freaking growth that is? Again, going from 400 to an extra 1,500 plus people saying that I'm worth it, saying that my content is worth something. Seriously, I can't, like, I'm trying not to cry. You can legitimately see that my eyes are starting to water, though. And that's not even getting into the fact that now that I become a leader of Switch and Play NYC, and just bringing gamers in New York together, even after C&D is not even here anymore. Again, after C&D left, and after Street Pass NYC got revived into Switch and Play, and I helped them take over, and I started promoting their group. Again, we have so many phenomenal people in our group, and just so many amazing friends, and so many personal connections that I have now, and so many people, and so many friendships and memories that are going to last me a lifetime, whether I grow here on YouTube or not. Like, it's not even funny. Like, you guys don't even understand how grateful I am for every single one of you. It's just been something else. But I'm probably starting to ramble at this point. But again, just thank you all so much for getting us to 2,000 subscribers. We did this as a community together. You guys are the real superstars. I can't stress that enough. You guys really make this something else. And honestly, I'm just so thankful for all of you and everything that you guys have given this channel. And yeah, I really do hope that I continue to grow. I hope I can get out some new content for you. I know that my inconsistency kind of sucks with Let's Plays, but I do want to get to a point where I could work on Let's Plays more and be able to consistently put out content for you guys. And just put out something that you guys hopefully will enjoy. And, you know, hopefully it'll bring a smile to your face if you're having a bad day. Because that's mainly why I'm here on YouTube. I'm here to bring smiles to you guys. I'm here to entertain you guys. I'm here for you guys, with you guys. And I stand with you guys as part of the Nintendo community and all video gaming in general. Again, you guys are just phenomenal. And I really can't wait to see what we come up with together. And I really can't wait to see more new faces pop up in the channel. And I really can't wait for us to hopefully hit 100,000 someday. Again, I would love to one day hit 100,000 subscribers and have a silver YouTube play button that says, "Congratulations on hitting 100K, Mike's Monster Gaming." That is honestly something I've dreamt about for a very long time, and I hope that one day I could achieve that goal with you guys. But again, you guys are what make that happen. So again, if you guys enjoyed this content, definitely hit that like button. Definitely follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord. All those links are down below. I seriously love the hell out of all of you. And until the next video, my fellow Monster Gamers, take care.